Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Haikata. Today's video is about My Hero Ultra Rumble. I just started playing My Hero Ultra Rumble about, I want to say, 3 weeks ago. And in less of 48 hours of actual playtime, I climbed the ranks from being a lonely noob all the way to being a god sitting on a throne. And I did this without doing a 3 stack, no communications, and not sitting in front of my screen for 12 hours a day to get this done. What I did was really smart. I just picked the best characters that I was good with, engaging in smart fights, and abusing what is broken with the characters that I picked. So the characters that I use for majority of my playtime is Striker Shigaraki and the Tech Toga. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say their alpha abilities are broken beyond belief in these tier lists that these YouTubers who think that they understand this game just completely just underestimated. So if you like first person shooters, if you like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Valorant, anything of old school hit scan games, you will love Tech Toga. Why am I saying that? Because she's the best way to have fun immediately while learning the fundamentals of the game without feeling like you're way behind of people who've been playing this game since season 1 or even before that. Her pressure with her, her alpha is just disgusting. You can literally just sit there at a range and just creating space and throwing knives. So how I built up my Tech Toga, you will see on screen. What I really did want to get was GP damage up, and I needed my Quirk Alpha to be broken beyond belief, and I wanted my B or Quirk Beta to be broken. And why do I need her Beta to be broken? Is that is how you will reposition in fights. As they say inside a marathon, mobility will make us God. And that's what you need to realize when you are playing your characters. So with Toga, it's really, really straightforward. To use that one, I would say over her her rapid counterpart, is that Tech Toga is literally just there if you want damage. And that's what I need, damage. I need to help out my teammates, and I feel like with her, she pairs really well with Striker. Yes, Striker Dobby. If Striker Dobby got anybody up in the air, giving them a big old hug, lighting them on air, if you are Tech Toga, start throwing your fucking knives. I am not joking. You will help your Dobby out so much. And what I normally do is that I start getting them really weak while they're up there, and usually by the time Dobby's animation is done, usually that final explosion will knock them. So it's an easy and good way to either A, steal kills for yourself if you really need some of that points to make sure that you can climb the ranks, or if you want to help Dobby out and also do that, because I do feel like whenever I do help out my Dobbies with that, they notice that, oh shit, they're like dying. Shout out to you, Toga. So whenever I'm dead, they are running to get me. And that's the number one thing with team play with your characters. You need to know who synergizes well. And once you master, I want to say Tech Toga, I feel like you're really good to go on with anybody. Nextly, for me, Striker Shigaraki. If you've played Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, this is the better Doomfist or Winter Soldier. He's really aggressive. All of his moves are dangerously explosive. And at level 9, every single one of his moves, from his alpha to his beta to his gamma, is literally busted. You are a third-party machine. When you are out there, you are not looking to really start the fights. You want to come in and end them. And that's the smartest way to play Strike Shigaraki. You want to stay off at a distance and start using his alpha. His alpha will lead the decay straight to the teammates, and as you've seen throughout the gameplay of this video, you'll see what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it. Once it's going over there towards those people, and if you're getting guard break, down, guard break, that is your time to push up and into the fight. Once you do that, I highly recommend using his beta, because his beta will have an AoE of just straight up decay, and people inside of it will get trapped. I like to use it when I'm in the middle of a third-party fight, and I just need to create some type of distance. People do not respect distance in this game if their character is melee heavy, as they shouldn't. But if you have any skill of any other fighting games that aren't of a traditional nature, So with that, I mean, if you're fighting with Tekken, that is a 3D non-natural way to play. That is busted. So whenever I am in those one-on-one fights, I am thinking like if I'm playing Tekken. I am moving backward with him. With his special action, I am jumping, looking out of the way, and I am spamming that shit to get out of dodge. And then as soon as I'm flying away and I'm about to hit the ground, I am using his gamma to basically run around the corner, and I'm basically using my third-person camera to really see if anybody's following me. Because that's how you know. If anybody's following you, you can throw down your alpha, your beta, or if you really want to be disrespectful, if you're on a building, take them. Grab them with your gamma. Fling the motherfucker off the building, and you have more than enough time to either pop a full shield or a full health bottle. Unless they have something broken like a Nagant, somebody who can fly, obviously. So, and I would also like to say with all of this, just really be smart about it. With Shigaraki, let the teams fight. Creep in a little bit later, midway through. You see somebody getting weak. I feel like I shouldn't have to say it, but when a lot of people are playing these games, they don't really take into account what people really do within these games. So normally, if you get a crack shield in any other game, some people either fight or they'll flight. So if you see somebody running, that means they are hurt badly and they need to survive. Chase down after them. That's how you get your free down, your free knock. And you can either do one or two things. You can either greed the kill and secure the free SR, which I always will recommend, especially if you're starting off new. Or B, use them as bait. You can either kill them and then let your team try to go over there and get their token and then just bombastically just unleash hell upon them. Or just let them try to revive them and then you have literally all the team there. Because once one person gets hit, that other teammate, you're forcing them in a 2v3 or a 2v1 situation in which Striker Shigaraki or Tech Toga, it should be an easy fight to win. And I love when people are like, oh, but you're not using the abusive characters. We're going to get to that because I am in the firm belief of this game. The meta doesn't mean shit if the people don't know how to use the characters properly. You can say Armored All Might's busted, Lady Nagant's busted, yada 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 yada. But if you ain't got no money, you're gonna know how to make a free-to-play character, the S-tier character. And that's what I really want people to understand, is that try to make your free-to-play characters S-tier, so once you get all those busted players, you're not relying on exploits, glitches to be better. You're just undoubtedly better. And if you want to know how to rank up fast, it's pretty simple. I hate when people are like, oh, you need a mic, you need to communicate. You don't need it. So how I just played My Hero and how I've been playing ranked games recently, just mics are off. My mic is muted and normally voice chat is just turned off. Trying to talk to people and give them constructive criticism or feedback or a role, it's fucking brain dead, mind-numbingly painful to do in 2026. If you've played Rainbow Six from fucking beta all the way till now, you know. Trying to talk to somebody, even if you're trying to be helpful, it's like shoving your dick inside of a fucking electric cheese grater and you put that bitch on max settings. It's just not beneficial. Not beneficial at all. So mics are not needed. Solo queuing is completely a possible and a really strong viable strat. That's what I use because typically also within the times that I normally will queue up, so from like 4 p.m. through, I want to say like 9 p.m. Eastern time, you will get usually the same amount of people, or not the same amount rather, but the same people inside of games. So if I see somebody whose name is like Shiggy Slut 123, okay, bro, I faced against you 3 days ago. I know your butts, your chips, you're nothing to worry about. But then when I start really noticing names, like, okay, I know you're gonna be a fucking problem because in the back of my head that name just registers. So I will always say, just get to know your lobbies. I play on PC, so maybe that's why I feel like I run into a lot of people, the same people in the higher ranked, especially in back-to-back games. It's pretty easy to also abuse that. So what I did one night was I kept playing and I kept getting, on my team I had this annoying, what is it called? Kirishima. I love Kirishima players, I do. Red Rock, my nigga. But some of y'all are the most brain-dead, dumb individuals I've ever seen playing fucking Sonic, collecting no rings, doing nothing of actual use, and then be the first people to complain about, you guys suck. There's no, you're not, bro, you are running around with fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, with your head and your nuts cut off, trying to figure out where you're gonna get your fucking 2 balls back, and you're basically just sandbagging the whole game because you can't hit a lick or you're just not good with your character. Pick a character you're good with. And with that being said, when you're solo queuing, no mics needed, you want to be net positive with your SR. So how do you do that? Simple. Well, when you get your kills, greed them. I'm being so serious. Like, as soon as you get your knock, it may be disadvantaged to get it, but think about it like this. It's a 3v3 fight still, because that one person is knocked, and with some of the support characters, they can get back up in 3 seconds. Or if they're Dobby, they can just resurrect themselves. So what I like to do personally is whenever I'm in a situation where it just, like, I think this team might be a little bit too good for the rest of my team to handle, I will start greeting. Because what greeting will do will make the other team reckless and really be like, oh, you're going to greet my friend. Especially with full teams, I found that this works out the best, is that they will hound you and try to zone you in. And then when you get situations like that, you can just bait them. So for Tech Toga, because that's what I play the most, what I normally do is once I kill the person, I'll try to bait whoever's following me into a confined area, and then I'm just going ham with Toga. So you also want to be really thoughtful when you're doing it, because you can multiply that one greed kill to a whole team if you're really smart enough and if you can really bait them into it. With that, with some of these fights, be smart. Sometimes it's good to go into a full-on team fight, or it's one-on-one or 2-on-1, depending on how you are, who's your character, or whatever. I will say, try to play with those fights. Take your pop shots, create distance if need be, or close the distance, but always play for picks. Always trying to play to get that one down, because once you get that one down, it is much, much, much easier to fully understand and encompass what it means to be a team player in this game. Because once you get that one person down, your team's like, oh shit. Even if they're away from you, like, oh shit, this person is putting belt to ass. Let me go over there and get to them. It's happened multiple times where my teammates, we might be together, but let's say if we are on like the Sky UA map, I might be sitting at the top left of the map just grabbing stuff, but everybody else is on the other side or doing whatever. But as long as I'm getting the knock and they can get to me, that's good. Or if I get the knock and then I don't think I can do this, I would try to move as close to my team, but not bringing them to them directly, because if my team's not expecting that battle, you just got 2 of your teammates killed, and if you don't got no respawn tokens, it is a long time in order for you to make sure everything is good and everything is great in that fight. So, too long, didn't read. This is how you rank up fast. Mics, not needed. Good if you're using it, shit, ping. Teammates use it. Solo queuing is a rarely viable option. Always pick somebody who can just synergize well with any single team. Never pick nobody who is a pair. Like, you need a synergy pair in order to make the character feel good. Next one is the main part, which I don't think a lot of people fully understand quite yet, is that mobility is king and mobility will make you God. If you can move better than anybody else, you literally control every engagement. You can go in and out, pop shots, you could get third parties, you could reset, and then you just keep repeating that process. With Toga, that is the best way to do it. I don't like characters that fly too long or stay too long in the air. So characters like Nagant, Tokoyami, even though that I have them, and even Nejire for that matter, even though I have them, I won't pick them, because I feel like whenever I'm the person on the ground, I'm looking always up to see who can I shoot down first. So whenever you are playing those high mobility characters, you also have to be mindful that you're a huge ass target in that skybox. Sometimes you are not, because most people don't look around, but once you start getting into higher levels, and depending on time of day, I would say if it's closer towards the late evening side, you will get shot out of the sky more often than not. And I'm just saying that because it is real. It is things that I have experienced, and I'm pretty sure you have experienced well in this game as well, because shit, I've seen Tokoyamis start playing Duck Hunt against every other character who has projectiles and can take him out. So just always be careful. And I want to back up a little bit. So if you had any type of fighting game experience ever, so like Tekken, Street Fighter, everything, you will understand this game a lot better, and you'll be able to abuse some of the built-in mechanics. So that includes like 50-50s, iframes, spacings, bait punishes, some feints. This mindset translates perfectly well in this game. So for me, like I said earlier, I'm a Tekken kind of guy. So what I like to do is throw in some feints, maybe with movement. I might try to spook them out a little bit, or like the Korean backdash. That's what I use Tech Toga's beta quirk set as. I just use that as my get out of dodge. So always learning what you can mix and what you can make in order to do things that you want to do. Number one about this also, back to Tekken, is defense. I see a lot of people not rolling, and rolling has saved me a lot against a lot of different people, whether it's fucking Mirio coming in with his permutation uppercut, his drop kick, Deku's drop kick, fucking All Might's goddamn Undertaker of Doom, Tombstone pile driver. Like, I have not got hit by some of those things because of rolling. And what does that translate back into? Fighting game experience. When do you know when to dodge? When do you know when to block? High blocks, low blocks. It's the same thing, but you're just translating it on what it makes sense in here. Unfortunately, you can't do all of that, but it is pretty fun. And if you need any help with progressions, I feel like progression in any terms, whether it is tickets, anything like that, the easiest thing to do is go use your event points for hero crystals. When I joined, there was an event going on where you could earn like these random points, and then you could exchange them for hero crystals. And then I did all that to get the special license, and then I just spent the extra $5 to get the full pass. So it's like $5 on top of that, and then basically you can keep getting it for free after that. So basically that's what I did. So it just made sense for me. So I don't have to really put more money into the game. It's like $5, and then I get tickets, tokens, and all that to get other characters. So it is pretty much a real, like, free pass type of situation. So it's pretty good. Next thing with that is grinding for tickets, whether it is inside the seasonal mission tabs where you can get the 100, 500, all that. Just get those tickets. Those will help you out a lot. I have spent basically like all the tickets that I've gotten for free, and I want to say I've gotten the brand new overhaul battle skill. I've gotten Tamajiki, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I also got the other Toga, and I got something else. Leading a God. There we go. And all of that was just from free rolls, and I just spent like one single roll on and then that's how I got the new overhaul. But I'll also say, since it is a gacha, please be careful. If you cannot afford it, do not spend the money on it. There's a lot of people who get into the gacha systems, whether it's this, the Apex Legends loot box, and there's many things that you can just spend your money on and throw a lot of stuff at. I would just say always want to tell people to be careful. It's a slippery slope, including things like mobile games and with gachas. Once they gacha, you are hooked. That's why it's called a gacha. And finally, just to wrap it all up, the game is still in its infancy, you know what I mean? There really is no real established meta yet. And honestly, metas don't really mean anything if you're not technically good with the game or your character. Because with the character, you have to play what fits you. You have to master it, abuse whatever you can. And then it just comes down to smart decision making in the game, whether it's third partying, winning to picking fights, just doing a lot of pop shots, just harassing people. Whether it is just, if a team's really weak, if you're just going to let them do their thing, keep coming back and farm points, do that. You know what I mean? Play smart and you will climb the ranks. You don't have to play it as aggressive as people are trying to do, 9-kill games, 10-kill games. It is possible. I did that, and it's not difficult. You know what I mean? It's just how you play and how you learn and how you will grasp the game will ultimately make you feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this. And where do we go here from next? So this is more like part one of what I'd say is a beginner's guide / beginner's journal of what works for me. Hopefully you guys can experience some of the luck that I've had. If you feel like I've missed anything particular, wherever it comes to progression, how to level up quickly, how to get tickets and all that, I'm not even pretty sure. There's a lot of YouTubers that have already covered that, so I would highly recommend go and watch that. Whether it's Champ Sen and I forgot the other guy that I also watch on the side. But there's a lot of people. Sensei Gogo, there we go. Champ Sen and Sensei Gogo, they normally will have something to help you out with that. So I would say go that route, and then everything else, you're just going to have to learn. It's a thing of trial and error. Number one thing I could always say is mobility will make you God. Mobility will make you go plus ultra, and mobility will take you to ace rank. And without further ado, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you maybe in the next one. Who knows? The channel goes through a lot of stuff. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace.